What about Lizzo? The queen, Lizzo. I'm gonna be honest with you. Lizzo is D tier, okay? Let me explain. What's good? It's Young Trade back again today with another one. And you already know what time it is. Tier list, tier list, tier list. Highly attractive female traits tier list. What are the most attractive female traits and what female traits are not so attractive? Let's talk about it. Look, we got a lot of photos down here. We just got to jump right into it. But guys, listen. Check out this tier list to make sure that your girl has the most attractive female traits. Make sure she's got the S tier, the A tier. Because if not, you need to kick her to the curb. But honestly, date whoever you want to date. You only live one life. This is a whole entire video game. Man, honestly, date whoever you want to date. So, if they got D tier traits, it doesn't matter. Just be whoever you want to be. And if ladies, if you're a female watching this, then make sure that if you want to be more attractive, you want to have traits that are in the S and the A tier, maybe even B tier. And if you want to be more attractive, try to stay away from C and D tier traits. But like I said, we got a lot of photos today, so let's just jump right into it. This is how you become more attractive. Starting with, oh wait, hold on. I want to say a quick disclaimer, okay? We're going to talk a lot about physical features because, quite frankly, guys are a lot more attracted to the physical appearance than females are. So, if you have a problem with like fat shaming and body dysmorphia and you're fat phobic, if you're any type of person like that, now body dysmorphia is a real thing, but if you're any type of person like that, this video is not for you. Just click off. But we're going to talk a lot about physical traits, so let's get into what the perfect female body type is. So, let's start off with plus size thick women. How do guys view plus size thick women? So if you're plus size, you're overweight, but you got a nice shapy, nice curvy shape to you. That's like B tier. That's nice because not every guy likes it and not every guy dislikes it. Some guys thinks it's too big, some guys thinks it's perfect. Some guys like bigger girls, okay? So we're going to put that right there in the middle for B tier. What about if you're slim thick? You got that slim hourglass shape. You got the slim waist, you got the wide hips, the big butt. How do guys view that? Is that better? Is that worse? Let's see. That's going to be A tier. It's no denying that guys like a flat stomach and a slim waist. Some guys like big butts, some guys don't care. I think most guys like big butts. That's what MC Hammer said. I think that's MC Hammer. Like big butts, and I cannot lie. What about if you're a skinny girl? You're slim waist, flat stomach, like I said, guys like that. But not a lot of muscle, not a lot of fat anywhere. Kinda no booty, no titties. That's gonna be C tier. Honestly, I don't know too many guys that like skinny girls. Now, that's not to say that you're not gonna get guys if you're skinny, but it's not that attractive to be skinny. Most people, even girls, are gonna tell you this. Go eat something. Go eat a cheeseburger. Now, I think that's kind of rude because maybe you struggle with eating. Maybe you struggle with a lot of mental things that stop you from doing that. But I'm just gonna tell you, it's not that attractive to be skinny. So some recommendations would be to work out and eat a little bit more. Put some protein in your diet. What about if you're super lean and muscular, bodybuilder type girl? Also, not that attractive. It's not super, super, super unattractive, but it's too much. Too skinny, too muscular, and too lean, okay? Stay away from those areas if you want to be the most attractive you can be. But if you don't give a shit about that and you want to be a competition bodybuilder, go for it. Chase your dreams. All right. What about big boobs? Big boobs.
Big boobs? What?
What about big breasts? Do guys actually really like big breasts? We're gonna put that in B tier. Believe it or not, I know, it's a shocker. Guys are always talking about big titties. Honestly, it really doesn't matter if you have big boobs. Because some guys really like it, some guys really don't. It's kind of like a 50-50 even split on whether guys like big boobs or not. Me personally, fat ass is what you gotta have. But if you got a flat chest, it really doesn't matter. So, moving on. Also, just a nice, normal set of like C cups, just like average boobs, are nice. And then we got the fitness model influencer Gymshark model type of girl. You are fit, you're in shape, you look like you work out, you got a nice hourglass curve to you, but not, you don't have huge breasts, you don't have a huge butt. You're just very fit and in shape, and you look strong and you look better than the average girl. Gymshark model is gonna be S tier. These are the girls that get with rappers. If you want to get with high quality or top tier guys, if you want to get with these kind of guys, you're gonna go for the Gymshark look. That means you got that tight waist, tight stomach, abs showing, about 20% to 22% body fat. Okay? If you don't understand that stuff, go watch some fitness videos on how to get to 20%, what it looks like, how to do it, all that good stuff. Okay? Moving on. What about Lizzo? The queen, Lizzo. I'm gonna be honest with you, Lizzo is D tier, okay? Let me explain. So, Lizzo gets a lot of props and credit. She's so big and she's so powerful. She's so strong and confident. Let's be honest here. Lizzo's very large. Lizzo is not a, what is it called? She's not a BBW. She's an SSBBW, which means super size. Lizzo is morbidly obese, and she also promotes being obese. And let's be honest here, there's nothing attractive about being morbidly obese. The only reason why she's like that is not because of genetics, it's simply because she eats too much. She just consistently eats too much every single day of her life. And let's be honest here, what's really attractive about that? Now, you can throw your feelings and your emotions into this video if you want to, go ahead, but that's just being strictly honest. There's nothing attractive about eating excess amounts of foods. This is not hashtag, oh, she just eating good. That's not eating good, that's overeating every day of your life. Plus, I do want to add this. There are guys that say, oh yeah, I'd hit Lizzo, I'd smash Lizzo. The reason why is because guys would hit almost anything. You put enough makeup on a cow plus a wig, a guy would tap that, okay? Like I said, men are physical creatures. Guys do like big butts. Lizzo's got one of the biggest butts in the game, but let's be honest, it's not that attractive. It's more like one of those things like the more the merrier. You feel me? But I don't want to harp too much on Lizzo. She can get her own video. Another physical appearance type thing is your neck. Now, it's hard to see this photo. It's kind of cut off, but basically it's a girl with like a kind of like a double chin, and then a girl 7 days later, I don't know, maybe she got surgery or something, and she's got a sharp jawline. So how important is a jawline when it comes to being attractive? This is A tier, maybe even S tier. This is something that's super slept on. Nobody talks about this. Nobody mentions it. Having a sharp jawline in that clean chin area is top tier, ladies. This will take you from like a GTA San Andreas character to GTA 5. You probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But it's basically like going from low quality to super high quality. Like it's the transition from being a normal person to being like you look like a top celebrity influencer type of person. All you gotta do is get your body fat low, between 20 and 25%, and do neck exercises. Because maybe it runs in your family where y'all just got weak chins. For example, in my family, I'm blessed with good genetics to where I just naturally have a nice jawline. Maybe in your family you don't have that. So you gotta put in extra work to have a nicer jawline by simply going on YouTube, search neck exercises, chin exercises to get a better, stronger jawline, and just do that every day for 30 days. It might take 5, 10, 15 minutes a day, but it's worth it. Like I said, it takes you to that next level. Now, next, what I'm going to do is ask you to make sure you drop a like on this video, and let's keep moving. So, next, what do we got? What about your hair? What about your hair color? Does that make you more attractive if you change your hair to something exotic, like red, pink, purple, whatever? We're gonna drop this into B tier. So, this is personal preference. Honestly, it could probably make, for the most part, it's gonna make you more attractive if you like dye your hair or whatever. So, you know, if you wanna do it, go for it. If you don't have to. What about being a gamer? I had to add this one on here because what if you play video games? because we know guys play video games and whatnot. We're gonna put this in B tier as well. If you play video games or you do something that your guy likes to do, it's going to make you more attractive. It's not going to bump you up 1 point, it's gonna bump you up actually 2 points. Actually, we might even put that in A tier. But the reason why is because if you do something that your guy likes to do, like you play video games and he does, or you do cosplay and he does, or any type of activity, you watch anime and he does, it makes you even more attractive to the guy that's already attracted to you physically. You feel me? That's a really good trait to have. Now, I wouldn't force it and I wouldn't pretend to like those things, but if you naturally have that, you naturally are a gamer, you're just gonna click better with that guy and he's going to find you that more attractive. You go from a 5 to a 7, a 6 to an 8. Alright, moving on. What about makeup? Every girl wears makeup. How attractive is it actually? Do guys even actually care that you wear makeup? Guys, I hate to break it to y'all, man, but that's probably A tier. Makeup does make you look attractive. You can literally go from, look at James Charles, bro. James Charles looked cute as fuck with some makeup on. Put on a wig, I wouldn't know the difference. Makeup does make you look more attractive. Now, do I recommend you do this to, I don't know, like get a boyfriend? Probably not. But if you want to attract a guy in the beginning stages, use makeup. It's like a cheat code to look better. Girls already know this, but I'm just saying it's coming from a guy. Yes, makeup works. It makes you look like a different person if that's what you're going for. But also, once again, once the makeup comes off, you better still look good underneath or somebody will be disappointed. Moving on. What about if a girl has short hair? That's a really big debate. The guys like short hair, the guys like long hair. I'm gonna put this in B tier, okay? Obviously, I don't know who this woman is, but she's rocking that short hair. So it depends on you. Some guys like short hair, some guys don't like long hair, but I will say this. I don't know what I just said. Some guys like short hair, some guys don't like short hair. But I will say this, every guy can agree that we all like long hair. Some guys like short hair, some guys don't like short hair. But every guy likes long hair. It's just feminine, it's attractive. So, you want to be more attractive? Wear long hair. But if you have short hair, it also doesn't make you that much unattractive either. It's kind of like one of those things like, whatever, who cares? Moving on. What about the way that you dress? Should you dress feminine or should you dress like a tomboy? So we got Zendaya right here, looking all pretty, looking all feminine in a dress. She's got a great smile. She's got her long, wavy hair, curly hair. She looks great. A tier. She looks stunning. If you dress femininely, actually, that's S tier. No guy can argue that she doesn't look great right there. A feminine girl who wears nice fitted clothing or even tight fitted clothing, not too tight, you don't want to look trashy, but just nice fitted clothing and nice long hair, very light makeup, you just look naturally beautiful when you do that. But what about if you dress like a tomboy? This is, you could probably see her outfit, you can't see her face that well, but this is still Zendaya. This is still Zendaya. So she's got on a hoodie with a black bomber jacket. She's got on some skinny jeans with the little cuts in it. I forgot what that's called. And then she's got some Jordans on. You can't see it in this photo, but she got some Jordans on. So she's dressed like a tomboy. It's still Zendaya though. So how attractive do we find that? It's gonna be a B tier. So she went all the way from an S to a B tier by dressing like a guy. Why? Because I'm already masculine. I don't need my girl to dress masculine either. Back when I was in high school, I used to think tomboys were so attractive. But as I got older, I kind of realized it was either a fetish, like that's just personally what I liked, or it was kind of a little bit like insecurity. Like if she dresses like a guy, she's more like a guy, and I can relate to her more. Because if a girl was more feminine, she made me feel uncomfortable. You feel me? So I just wasn't comfortable in myself yet to think, hey, I like a girl who's really feminine. Or maybe I just wasn't masculine enough in high school to think like that. But now that I'm older, I'm more masculine, I'm more mature. I noticed that masculine men like feminine women, and when it comes to you dressing like a tomboy, it's really not that much attractive, but also, once again, it depends on the girl, okay? So it's not ugly, but it's also not attractive to dress masculinely. So honestly, we're gonna put that in C tier. It does not make you more attractive, but you can still pull it off. It is personal preference, but a little bit less. So I would say everything in the B tier is like personal preference. Everything underneath the B tier is gonna be like slightly unattractive, but you can still pull it off. And then D tier is like you should kind of stay away from it. So next, what about tall girls? So we got a short man right here standing on a chair or a stool next to a tall woman with his arm around her. Do we find that attractive? Now this is the one thing that I see on the list that you can't change. You cannot change your height unless you're like a girl who's short and you just like to wear heels or something like that. So I don't really like to focus on things that you can't change because I don't want you to feel bad about something that you can't change. But I know that girls sometimes care about their height, but the biggest thing that girls care about is like their weight. And I don't care who you are, you can do something about your weight. But we're talking about height right now. Is height attractive? It's actually very unattractive. If you're like above between like 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", that's like the danger zone. And then anything above that, you're definitely better off dating like tall athletes, basketball players. So moving on. What about, we already talked about dress. This is the last one. What about if you dress like a thought? You dress like a baddie. You got the short shorts on. Of course guys don't like that, right? I'm gonna be honest, that's A tier. If you want to pull a guy, listen, if you are trying to pull a guy, dress in short shorts and a crop top, and of course make sure it's in the right place. You want to do this at like the beach. You want to do this at like a mall. You want to do this at the right place. You don't, maybe at the movies, I don't know, but you want to do this at the right place. Make sure it's appropriate for where you're going. You don't really want to do this inside of a place that it doesn't make sense for you to do that. But if you're trying to attract a guy, yes, do some squats, get the flat stomach, wear that. You don't even have to be slim to do this. You can be a thick girl and wear the short shorts and the crop top and you're gonna get guys. Now, if you want to keep a boyfriend, should you do this? Probably not. Like my girl is not dressing like this every day. It's that simple. So, moving on. Last three, speed round, okay? What if you're a girl who has a lot of money? Like I said, if you're a guy, you got a lot of money, you're probably going to be more attractive to a female. What if you're a girl? C tier. I was thinking about putting it in B tier, but honestly, you actually become a little bit less attractive when you have a lot of money as a female. Let me explain. The reason why is because I'll use Kim Kardashian as an example, okay? I live with roommates and I make YouTube videos for a living. What can I offer Kim Kardashian? Probably nothing. Not even cock, because she's dating all these rappers. At least one of them's gotta have a 10-incher. And I'll be honest, my shit is not 10 inches. So there's nothing that I can offer a girl who has a lot of money. And plus, on top of that, girls walk around with the attitude when they have some money coming in that they don't need a man in the first place. So they think they don't need a man to provide for them financially, and they also just don't need a man in general. So just that attitude that you walk around with, if you're a female and you have money, it's kind of repulsive to me. You're literally like the opposite of a magnet. You're pushing men away instead of attracting them. Now, is that to say don't get a lot of money? Of course not. But you're probably going to date a guy who makes more money than you. I mean, it is what it is. Moving on. So what if you're funny? Like we said, being a guy, if you're funny, you become more attractive. What about a girl? It's like B tier. If you're more funny, it really doesn't add anything. It doesn't take that much away. Guys don't really care if you're funny. And I put Pete Davidson as a B. It's probably more like an A tier for Pete Davidson to be funny, or for a guy to be funny. It's like a B tier for a girl to be funny, maybe even a C tier. I don't know. It just doesn't matter if you're funny. And last but not least, what if, we got Addison right here. What if you're a social media influencer, celebrity, whatnot? Bam, S tier. Look, if you want a cheat code to get guys, just become an influencer. You can literally be mid as fuck. I don't even know. Addison Rae might be like slightly above average when it comes to looks, but every guy thinks she's a 10 because she's like hella TikTok famous. So that's the female, highly attractive female traits tier list. Guys, if you find a girl up here, bro, you're winning. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, that's the tier list. So, try to focus on being up here in the S and the A tier, maybe even the B tier. Honestly, if you're a girl and you're in the C tier, you can still pull guys. If you're a 5 out of 10, you can pull 6s and 7s. If you're a 6 out of 10, you can pull 7s and 8s if you're a girl. If you're a guy and you're a 5, you're going to be pulling like 5s and 4s. If you're a 6, you're going to be pulling like 6s and 5s. So girls date up, guys date down. That's just how it is. So if you want to be more attractive and date even higher quality guys, this is for you. And guys, if you want to see where your girl sits on the tier list, here it is. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be doing this more. Peace.